Hello and welcome back. Alright, so in this video I want to show you how to access your CPanel once you've paid for your domain and you've paid for your hosting. Once you have done those two, then you would have access to you can get access to your CPanel. So simply what you have to do is, you paid for domain here, and then you have your hosting. So here I have three domains and 3 hosting. So I'm going to click on services here, which is the hosting, and then from here I'm going to be using this particular one for the example. So if you paid for your hosting, you should see it listed here as, we're using how to build your website ng. So you will see how to build your website ng.com listed here too. But here I'm using NetBoss services for this particular example. So once you have this, you can click on active. So once you click on active, it now takes you to the information for that particular domain, and then you have, this is your hosting here. So all of your information, log into your website, log into WordPress, webmail, log into CPanel, log into webmail, password changing, all of those things. Like I told you, it doesn't matter the option that you took when you are paying for your domain or your hosting. You can always upgrade, right? Always remember, you can always upgrade. So this is the option for upgrade on this particular platform. Different platforms have different interface, so just look around, whatever platform, whether it's GoDaddy, Bluehost, Go45, whatever things that you want to make use of, they all have similar or slightly different dashboards. So in this particular case, now all I just have to do is click on log into CPanel. Now, if somebody wants to help you to build your website, you have paid for your domain yourself, you can send them the password and the username to log into this. So right now, this is my username here. So to get my password, I'll actually come here and say change password. But I'm not changing my password. When you get your own, you can either say change password. Then that password that you created and this username is what you send to them. If you want to access this CPanel, and the link to access the CPanel is for you to simply type in the name of the website like this, then you type in /CPanel, just like this, right? As you see here, /CPanel. So when you say enter, it will take you to a point where you say login, right? Username. So the username that is here is what you bring in here, and then the password is now what you've created. Then you send to whoever wants to be able to build your website, or maybe you have a team that is helping you to monitor your distance. That's what you send to them. You don't send them this login or your access to this particular one, because this gives you the control and the right to your website. Even if anything happens to the CPanel, you can still always come back here and recover it, because it's the person that is hosting it for you. So if you are sharing your details with someone, try to always give them the login details for the CPanel and the login. So if I want to build a website for you, I'll simply ask you for this. Alright, okay. So you see, in this one I have multiple. I showed you, I had like 3 domains here. You don't want people to now go and mess up that one, but this particular one you can share it. So you can send people or whoever is building your website, whether it's local or international, just the CPanel for them to access. Alright, so once you access this, you have all these tools here. So like email, this is where I said you can create emails here. You can create unlimited emails, give them sizes. So we'll do that in a later video. This is where you access the files. You want to upload large files onto your website, videos, pictures, you do it on this file manager here. And then you have a database, you have the domain, other information about your domains. Over here too, you have other information to here. Okay. So you can see this is the size of my hard disk, and I'm using just 1.2 FTP. All of these ones are quite informative. I have 7 emails. You can see this sign here is an infinite sign, infinite. So those are the things that you get. Some domains might remove some of these things, and some of them may add more. So you just have to look at what you are getting. So this is basically the access to the CPanel. Now, once you are here, what you need now is to install WordPress. So if you scroll down, you see this software part. So you have manage WordPress Manager by Softaculous, or this Softaculous app installer. This is where you want to come to. or this one, any of it. So, but I think if you have not installed WordPress before, you will not see this one. I have installed already before, so I'm going to this particular Softaculous app. So these are all the apps that you can install on your website. So anyone that you want, you can install it. But here we're just focusing on WordPress. There are other functions, a whole lot of them. So it's not just WordPress you can install. Like this is another concept of WordPress is Joomla, and it's also very good too. But I'm doing WordPress, so I'm installing WordPress here. Alright, so this is the installation for the WordPress, right? So here I'm going to change this one to how to build a website, which is what we've been using from the beginning. So here is what I'll say the site name. So same thing too. If your website name is whatever your website name is, basically just put it here. So here it will be how to build a website. So this ng, I can put it ng. So here will be maybe your site description, whatever it is that you a slogan. So me, I'm just going to put in training by networks services. Okay, so that's what I'm going to put here. So here is where you're going to put in your to create an account for the WordPress. Here, do not use admin, and because a lot of people have been using admin and it's easy to hack, you can randomly pick that out as admin. So here you might want to put in something different, or maybe you can put in maybe your name of your business, but don't use admin. That's what I'm trying to say. Just don't use admin, use something else. So try to use the name of your business, okay? Or if it is not the name of your business, you can try to use maybe like the capital letters, how to build a website, something like that. Now this is what I'm going to use, or I can actually write it in full, it doesn't matter, but there will be no spacing in between it. Then here you can create password, right? You have to create a password for it. You can see it's saying bad here, so don't use all this pass. Don't use 1 2 3 1 2 3 4, all of those kind of short this thing. You have to use lowercasing, uppercasing, all of those stuff to be able to make it. So I can say how at building engine. Alright, so this is a password now that I just created, and you can see it at the strength is at 89, which is good enough. Now you can also add number here. Alright, so I'm just putting 1 as or 01. So now it's at 100. Try to make your password as strong as possible. There's a lot of hacking out there, and they're just going to use your site to play. So you need to do a very good strong password and know how to create password. So something simple like this now makes sense. So alright, then here you need to create an email for it. So here I can you can leave it. It's not necessarily compulsory that you create an email, but you can leave it, or better still put an email there, just where they'll be sending you most of your information. So mostly everybody will have an info, right? So you can always put an info at whatever your website name is. Do you understand? Okay, so that's this. Language is set. All of these ones you can actually just leave them. So along all of these ones you can tick them for security purposes. So like this limits login attempts. So once you click on this now, if they try to log into your account, maybe trying to hack into your account, and they miss their password 3 times, it will block your WordPress. You have to go and reactivate it some other way. Alright, so once you filled it, all these other ones, all you just have to do now is just to say install. If you have an email that you want to send more instructions to, you can put it down here. Well, here I'm just going to say install. So in less than 3 minutes thereabout. So I'm just going to pause. Okay, I don't have to pause again. It has finished. So this is the link to the website, and this is the login. to the website. So the difference between this and this is this w/admin. So if I click on this one, it will take me to this place where I have to put in the username that we created and the password, right? Okay, that's already logged in because I'm first time anyway, so I clicked it directly from here. So this one without the admin is what the website would look like. This top one. So this is the WordPress site now that we just created. This is the back end. So let me kind of log out so that you see what I mean. So this is the default template that was given to us. So you can see this is, so this should have, this one shouldn't really be here, right? Normally on your own website, if you do it directly, so it should just be this / www.howtobuildawebsite.ng. Then you have access to all of this, right? So this is what your website is going to look like. Then you now have, you can now put if you want to log in now, yeah, so this particular link here is how to log in. So this one should take you to here. All right, so let's say I just put in here something like this here now, and I say log, enter. It should take you to this, but here the login is the username that we used is not capital sensitive, so I can still use, you know, it's a small letter, but I can use capital as it was capital letter. I can use small letter, which is how to build a website, right? Then the password that we created at that time, which was capital how at blah 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 blah. So I've copied it. I just want to paste it back here. So this now, let's say you want to give someone, you've already done this yourself to this point. You can send this username and the password and this link, right? This link here to someone so that they can log into your WordPress and help you to build your website again. So that's another level. You know, one was with the CPanel, this one is with the WordPress. So if somebody wants to work on your WordPress, right, that's how you create the WordPress, and then you can copy the username, the password, and the link and send to whoever wants to build for you. But basically, you have done a good job if you've been able to get to this point. And then you have this here, so you can save this if you like, so that you don't have to always log in with putting your username and password. So basically, this is what the WordPress backend looks like initially. So this is all they give to you. By the time we start installing other apps, installing templates, installing a lot of stuff, the whole interface will change. All right. Okay. So let's move on to the next thing, which is going to be to now start configuring WordPress, installing themes that you're going to make use of. All right, let's go.